everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. My husband and I love to travel and have put in a lot of time and effort into making the perfect travel itineraries. So we started our channel to bring you all the information we gather to help you plan your upcoming trips. We recently traveled to Japan in May and absolutely fell in love with the country. This is a 2-week itinerary that includes destinations all over Japan. Japan is such a diverse and beautiful country with so much to see. You will not be able to see everything in just 2 weeks, but this itinerary is definitely a great start. So let's dive into it. Here is a general overview of the itinerary I will be following. Feel free to modify it to fit your interest. Also, based off the weather, deals on hotels, and the days of the week this itinerary will fall on for your travel dates. For example, Kyoto definitely was a busier town and much more tourists that I would recommend not visiting on the weekend. Instead, put Osaka and Nara on your weekends and swap the days accordingly. Day 1, Tokyo, Shinjuku and Harajuku. Our first day in Tokyo, we spent exploring Shinjuku and Harajuku. We were staying in Shinjuku, so we walked from our hotel, Kyo Plaza Hotel, to Shinjuku Station. But first, we picked up some breakfast from 7-Eleven, which is amazing in Japan. We were at 7-Eleven almost daily during our trip. We walked through these streets lined with tech stores, restaurants, and capsule toy machines on our way to Shinjuku Station. Our first stop was Takashita Street. Takashita Street is one of the busiest and brightest shopping streets in Tokyo, filled with small stores, animal cafes, sweets, and snacks. This popular street in Harajuku is known for unique shops selling colorful and crazy clothes and accessories. It's a paradise for sweet lovers, so don't miss out on these fluffy, sugary, delicious crepes. Omotesando is the next stop. If you're interested in luxury shopping and cafes, this area may be of interest to you. It features a multitude of fashion flagship stores within a short distance of each other, and the buildings are known for their architecture. Tokyo Plaza is a shopping mall in this area known for its mirrored entrance as you go up the escalator called the Kaleidoscope, featuring a small selection of fashion shops and restaurants. With Harajuku is another premier shopping location with many familiar shops and restaurants, as you can see, and it even has an IKEA. Nearby is Meiji Shrine, a shrine dedicated to the deified spirits of Emperor Meiji and his consort Empress Shokin. Located adjacent to the Yoyogi Park, this spacious shrine grounds offers walking paths that are great for a relaxing stroll. Shinokubu is Tokyo's Koreatown, featuring picturesque cafes, Korean barbecue, Korean markets and shops, and if you're in the area, there is a small shrine called Kaichi Inari Shrine. Kabukicho is the largest red light district in Tokyo. The location is known for its host and hostess clubs, love hotels, shops, restaurants, and nightclubs, and it is often called the Sleepless Town. We went during the day and felt relatively safe. I would do your research if you plan on going at night. Would not recommend this area for families. Amoy Yokocho is a very busy maze of small alleys packed with delicious restaurants and cozy bars. The streets are lined with lanterns and flowers, making it a very picturesque area. Hanazona Temple is a large ancient shrine in the heart of Tokyo's bustling Shinjuku ward. It is considered the most important shrine of Shinjuku, the shrine guarding the area and its inhabitants. Golden Gai features small roads covered in over 200 bars to choose from. Some bars do have signs saying no foreigners, regulars only, so avoid these. Generally speaking, if you see an English menu or catch the eye of a friendly bartender, you can head on in. Some bars do have a cover charge to enter, but many are free. It should be clearly marked on the doors. Bars tend to open from about 8 p.m. onwards, so don't head there too early like we did, or you'll find these empty streets, which were still pretty cool if you aren't into bar hopping like we are not. Day 2, Tokyo, Ginza and Asakusa. Our first stop on day 2 was Tsukiji Outer Market, also known as Japan's food town, where you can experience all kinds of traditional Japanese foods, a mixture of wholesale and retail shops alongside numerous restaurants that line the streets. We then visited the Art Aquarium Museum, an art museum that combines lights, art, design, and an aquarium into beautiful displays. Overall was a very unique experience and we really enjoyed it. Now you can explore Ginza, known for its shopping. One of the popular stores is called Ginza Waco, a large department store famous for its watches, jewelry, porcelain, handbags, and upscale goods. We weren't too into shopping, so instead just walked by, but did opt to go into Nissan Crossing right across the street. The Imperial Palace East Gardens are a part of the Inner Palace area and are open to the public. They are former sites of Edo Castle's innermost circles of defense. None of the main buildings remain today, but the moats, walls, entrance gates, and several guardhouses still exist. Edo Castle was the residence of the Tokugawa Shogun who ruled Japan from 1603 to 1867. Emperor Meiji also resided there from 1868 to 1888 before moving to the newly constructed Imperial Palace. The most impressive part of this garden would have to be the Ninomaru Japanese Garden, which is a must-see. Now we make our way over to Asakusa, the area around the Sensoji Temple, with multiple markets that we stop by. Ueno Nakadori is a pedestrian-only shopping street better known as Uchen. It branches off from and runs parallel to another well-known pedestrianized shopping alley, Amiyoko. Amiyoko is the longer and usually more crowded of the two. Both feature a lot of affordable clothing stores and cafes and restaurants. Happy Street is one of the most famous locations in Asakusa for eating, drinking, and Tokyo's downtown nightlife, where everything is cheap and affordable. Now we make our way to Sensoji Temple and Nakamichi Dori. Nakamichi is the most famous shopping street in Asakusa. The street runs for 250 meters on the main approach to the Sensoji Temple and is lined on both sides with shops selling traditional souvenirs, snacks, and sweets. Sensoji is an ancient Buddhist temple. It is Tokyo's oldest temple and one of its most significant. The first temple was founded in 645 AD. During World War II, the temple was bombed and destroyed during the March 10th air raid on Tokyo. It was rebuilt later and is a symbol of rebirth and peace to the Japanese people. Day 3, Yokohama and Planet Labs. We started our day off in Yokohama at the Cup of Noodles Museum. Here you can learn about the history of ramen in the museum, but also you can create your own customized cup of noodles to take home. From customizing your own cup to picking the ingredients for your noodles, it was overall a very fun experience, and I recommend it for anyone who is interested. If you book ahead of time, there are some other classes you can take too if you're interested. We just opted for the first two options and then headed over to their noodle bazaar, which features many different kind of noodles from all over the world. Our meals both were very delicious. Next, we headed over to the Gundam factory. Located on Yamashita Pier in Yokohama, its main feature is a moving Gundam, an 18-meter tall large mechanical robot with a human operator inside, from the Japanese animated franchise Gundam. It is the first moving mech of its type. As you can see, the area around the Gundam factory is very beautiful, so I would spend some time here prior to going over to Team Labs. We ended our night in Team Lab Planets. You do have to book tickets in advance and they do sell out quickly, so make sure that you book them online. We really did enjoy our time there. It was very crowded but still enjoyable. It was overall a very cool experience. It is an immersive art facility with some absolutely stunning displays you can become a part of. Day 4, Akihabara and Shibuya. Akihabara is a buzzing shopping hub known for its electronic stores, ranging from small stalls to vast department stores. These stores are specialized in manga, anime, and video games. Here you can also find maid cafes where maids and butlers serve tea and desserts, and multiple themed arcades. In the evening, take the JR to Shibuya to explore. Shibuya is one of Tokyo's most colorful and busy districts, packed with shopping, dining, and nightclubs, serving swarms of visitors that come to the district every single day. Shibuya's most prominent landmark is the busy intersection known as Shibuya Crossing. Other things to do in Shibuya include visiting Shibuya Sky, a 360-degree open-air observation deck located on the roof of the Shibuya Scramble Square skyscraper. Also spend some time in the Nintendo store in Shibuya. Overall, there are multiple restaurants and stores nearby to explore. Look ahead of time to see which ones interest you. Day 5, Osaka. Start the day early and take the JR train over to Osaka. It takes about 3 hours. Check into your hotel, and then we went ahead and checked out the Osaka Castle. Osaka Castle is arguably Osaka's most prominent landmark. While its history dates back to 1583, the landmark main tower that is the castle's icon was only reconstructed in 1931. Today, the History Museum adjacent to the castle documents its rich history, while the surrounding park and green space is a popular place to jog, cycle, and relax. For a panoramic view of the cityscape, head to the observation deck at the top of the castle. In the early evening, head over to Umeda Sky, the 19th tallest building in Osaka. It consists of two 40-story towers that are connected with bridges and a glass escalator. Day 6. Shinsekai and Dantanbori. We first started our day by visiting the Tsutenkaku Tower built in 1912. It was built as a reminder of the Eiffel Tower. We headed to the top to see the views. There also is an observation deck which wasn't open when we were visiting since it was raining. There also is a large slide you can take down. We then spent some time in the Shinsekai area, which is the colorful neighborhood surrounding it, best known for its food, particularly its kashukatsu. Kashukatsu are vegetable meats or fish on a stick, then battered and fried. Almost all the restaurants surrounding the tower sell those specialties. We then made our way over to Nambayasaka Shrine. It's best known for its lion-shaped stage, which stands out as a unique piece of architecture. The lion's head stage was built in 1975. The lion's mouth is believed to swallow evil spirits and bring good luck. We stopped by a few shopping streets. The first one was this one that is a 150-meter long shopping street lined with specialty stores with every cooking utensil and kitchen item available. We also quickly walked through this market, best known for its fish, meat, and produce, but there are some shops that sell traditional sweets and low-priced clothes and homeware. Dantanbori is Osaka's most famous tourist destination. It's the lively entertainment area known for its gaudy neon lights, extravagant signage, and the enormous variety of restaurants and bars. It is also home to the Glyco Running Man, one of Osaka's most well-known landmarks. We ended our night at the Pokemon Center in Osaka and ate at the Pokemon Cafe, which you do need to make a reservation for ahead of time. If this isn't your thing, feel free to skip it. Day 7, Nara. Take the JR early in the morning from Osaka to Nara for a day trip. Plan to arrive prior to 10 a.m. Nara is a town best known for its bowing deers, but there's so much more to see. It was one of our favorite places to visit. We first stopped by the Kofukuji Temple. It is one of the 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites found in Nara. We explored the grounds and admired all the buildings and temples nearby. Next, we explored Nara Deer Park, where you can buy crackers to feed the deer. Many of the deer will bow to you for the crackers, others will just chase you around until you give them some. A helpful tip is to avoid the large packs and feed the lonely deer so you don't get harassed by a bunch of them at once. The Great South Gate is the main gate of Toji Temple. It is the largest wooden temple gate in Japan. Toji Temple is one of Nara's most famous buildings. Also listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Toji is the world's largest wooden structure. It also houses the largest bronze Buddha statue in the world. Next on our Nara day trip itinerary is the Isuen Garden. Translated into English, the garden's name means garden founded on water. It was such a beautiful garden and worth the admission ticket. Nara has so many shrines and temples to visit, so when you're only in Nara for one day, you'll have to pick and choose. We recommend the Kasuga Taisha Shrine. It is famous for its 3,000 stone lanterns lining up the path towards the entrance. This shrine is also one of Nara's UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Now it's time to take the JR back to Osaka. Day 8. Take the JR over to Kyoto and check into your hotel. We then visited Kyoto Palace, the former residence of Japan's imperial family. Nijo Castle was built in 1603. The palace functioned as a second home for the Tokugawa shogun who stayed here when he visited Kyoto. Many of the beautiful original structures are still standing, and you should take some time to have a close look at the structures, gardens, and painting galleries. End your night at Nishiki Market, a bustling food market lined with stalls selling local delicacies and fresh produce. Try various street foods for dinner and enjoy your night. 9, our second day in Kyoto. We started our day very early in the morning and visited the Fushimi Inari Shrine. For the least amount of crowds, arrive no later than 7 a.m. or you can choose to visit late at night, but during the day it gets very busy. The Fushimi Inari Shrine is located at the base of Mount Inari. It is one of the most important Shinto shrines of Japan, dedicated to the deity of rice, agriculture, fertility, and prosperity. With its iconic 1,000-torii gates and beautiful hiking trails up the mountain, Fushimi Inari is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Japan. The trail to the top of the mountain takes about 2 to 3 hours to hike up and is approximately 4 kilometers long. You can choose to go up as far as you want. The farther you go up, the less people there are. We then decided to spend the rest of our day in Arashiyama. We had booked tickets for the Sagano Romantic Railway. Make sure you reserve your tickets ahead of time. The Sagano Romantic Train is a delightful sightseeing train that runs through the picturesque countryside between Saga Arashiyama and Kamioko. On the way, the train runs along the Hazugawa River Gorge, offering spectacular views of the forest and mountains. The most popular route is from Saga Toroko Station to Kamioka Toroko Station. Then we got off and ended up taking the JR back to Arashiyama, or you can just book a round-trip ticket. We spent the rest of our evening in Arashiyama, which was one of our favorite areas. We first visited the Arashiyama Monkey Park before it closed. The park is a sanctuary for wild Japanese macaque monkeys, but be warned, it is a 45-minute walk to the top of the mountain and not the easiest walk up, but definitely worth the spectacular views and experience. Next, we did the bamboo forest. Since it was later in the day, it wasn't all that busy. Make sure to visit early in the morning or late in the day if you truly want to experience the peace and quiet of the bamboo forest. It is an absolutely stunning sight to see. Just standing amongst the soaring bamboo stalks was an amazing sight. If you have time, there is a beautiful temple nearby called Tenryuji Temple. Enjoy the rest of your evening by exploring the rest of Arashiyama, shopping in the small stores, and eating dinner at an excellent restaurant before heading back to your hotel. Day 10, Hiroshima and Miyajima. We decided to do a day trip to Hiroshima from Kyoto. You could definitely also decide to do this after Kyoto and opt to stay for one extra night if you had the time. When we arrived in Hiroshima, we first took the ferry over to Miyajima to spend half the day there admiring the beauty. We saw the Itsukushimi Jinja Shrine and the Daisho-in Temple. We also took the Miyajima ropeway up to Mount Misen. However, I only recommend this if you have more than one day for Hiroshima and Miyajima. It definitely was too rushed in our itinerary and not worth the time. We took the ferry back to Hiroshima and finished our day visiting the atomic bomb dome, stopped by the actual hypocenter of the bomb, and then also went to Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum and explored the Peace Memorial Park prior to heading back to Kyoto. Day 11, our third day in Kyoto. Start your day early by visiting the Kinkakuji Golden Temple. It gets way too crowded later in the day, so please go early. We made the mistake of going later in the day. It is an impressive golden Zen temple with beautiful gardens and definitely a must-see while you're in Kyoto. On the bus, we saw a stop for Kyoto Botanic Garden and we decided to make a spontaneous visit, and we absolutely loved it. It is an underrated and overlooked destination, but worth the visit. Spend some time exploring the different gardens and conservatory and have a relaxing visit. There are a bunch of different beautiful gardens, but of our favorites were the Rose Garden and the Bonsai exhibit. We then ended our day visiting Kiyomizu-dera. This also can get very busy, so you should either visit really early in the morning or an hour before closing. We went right before closing. This Buddhist temple was founded in 776 and is situated atop a small mountain and offers unprecedented views of the city. Kiyomizu-dera holds special evening illuminations during the cherry blossom season in late March and early April, during the autumn leaf season in the second half of November, and during Obon in mid-August, so if you're visiting during these times, you should check it out. After the temple, the shopping streets surrounding the area is the perfect place to go souvenir shopping, especially on your last night in Kyoto. Day Day 12, Hakone. Journey over to Hakone, a small town outside of Tokyo that is known for its onsens and hot springs. Stay at a ryokan that has an onsen. We stayed at one with a private onsen and loved it. Spend your day exploring Hakone, specifically Lake Ashi, Hakone Shrine, and enjoy the views of Mount Fuji. If you have time, visit Hakone Open Air Museum, then head back to your hotel to enjoy your onsen. Day 13, head back to Tokyo. If you have an extra day and you did not use it to stay an extra night in Hiroshima or anywhere else, this is a bonus day. We spent our last day visiting Tokyo Disney Seas. We are huge Disney lovers and this was our first time at an international Disney and really enjoyed our time. It definitely is unique compared to the Disney World in Orlando, but also had some of the classic rides. Day 14. Sadly, it's time to leave Japan. I hope you all found this video helpful. We really enjoyed our time in Japan, and no matter what you end up doing, you will have a wonderful time. Japan is just one of those places that there are so many things to see and explore, and all of them just as beautiful. As always, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in our next adventure.